I think about her every day, from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed.
Daniel Quinn says he can't stop thinking about his daughter, Maylee.
I watched her wake up. I tucked her into bed at night. I brushed her hair. I was a part of it all.
But Quinn hasn't been a part of anything for more than 3 years.
I mean, I missed a very important part of her life. That's gone. It's gone forever.
Here's what happened. When Quinn met Candace Beckwith, Maylee's mother, they were co-workers. Beckwith was separated from her husband, but not divorced. She then became pregnant with Quinn's daughter. They moved in together and raised their little girl for years. But then suddenly Beckwith decided to go back to her husband and leave Quinn and take Maylee with her. When Quinn tried to fight for her in court, he learned an old Michigan law gives a husband the rights to the children his wife has, whether they are biologically the husband's or not. Despite DNA proof he was Maylee's father, Quinn had no rights to her. We can't even fully show you the pictures he has of his little girl because her mother has prohibited it.
And it made a lot of sense back in 1956 when there was no DNA testing. Problem is now there's DNA testing.
In her case, 3 years ago, the law did what it needed to do.
Candace Beckwith now lives in Kentucky with Maylee, who she says is a happy child who doesn't remember her biological father. Beckwith says the law allowed her to provide for her child when Quinn could not.
He was not contributing to any of the bills. How many of you know a stepdad who is a better father to a child than their own biological father?
And while Candace says her husband is the better father, Quinn says that's not possible. After all, this is Adam Beckwith's mugshot. He is in prison right now serving a 3-year sentence for drug trafficking. And according to these court documents, he committed the crimes while using Maylee to make himself look innocent.
The law itself literally took my daughter from the only father she ever knew and placed her in the middle of a drug trafficking operation between state to state.
It's hard as a person and as a legislator not to be impacted by some of the stories you hear.
State Senator Stephen Beta heard Quinn's story and sponsored a bill that is passed with bipartisan support in the Senate. It would allow biological fathers to petition the court for parental rights and allow judges to give them rights if it is in the best interest of the child.
This is a case of a statute that desperately needed to be updated to reflect some of the realities that we have in society today.
It is a bill Quinn says he hopes will someday help him reunite with his little girl.
I have a hard time when I see other people with their children. I'm held back, and I'm held back until she's home.
Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Kim. And we want to know what you think about all of this. Should biological fathers have rights to children born out of wedlock? You can voice your opinion in our 7 Action News poll. Go to our website at WXYZ.com and weigh in. The story is right on our homepage. Bill?